Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. For today's tutorial, I want to study a scenario where we're going to create a pose between two characters, okay, in a scenario when it could be a fighting, a combo attack for a game or anything. And mostly I want to focus on strength, power, and making those poses really dynamic and appealing, okay guys? And as if you follow my channel so far, you know I like to start with 2D sketches, storyboard, or just a simple sketch because it really helped me to visualize my pose and everything before I go in 3D, right? And so usually I will start with the character who's doing the attack, obviously, right? Because it's the driving force of the action. And so as you can see, I want to do like a straight line like this for the overall line of action of the spine and everything. And then I like to do right after, I like to do the leg posing, right? Maybe having like one leg like this, right? And then the other leg behind kind be really straight and dynamic, right? And then what I want to do is continue the line of action with the spine and the shoulder, right? So maybe in this case I want to have the punch go in this direction, right? And so I want to have the chest kind of here. Maybe this is here is going to be the other shoulder, right? So I go in this direction more or less, right? And so I'm gonna push it here so far, boom, right? And as you can see, there is a bit of a twist. Maybe we'll discuss a little bit more later, but there is a bit of a twist in the chest, right? Because the hip is facing this direction, the chest more this direction, right? But again, I'm not too concerned. I mean, for now, what I'm just looking for mostly is for the overall, line of action and energy, right? So I'm not really necessarily too much about details, stuff like that. I mean, if you want, you can adjust them later, you know. And now the other arm, you know, sometimes I tend to push the arm behind, keep it like open, but maybe another option that we can have is to have really a very close fist here, right? And I know sometimes when I drew a lot of lines, it started to get messy. So obviously there's gonna be a moment when I kind of wanna clean up all this, right? Just to have like a very quick, a better idea of what is going on, right? Maybe I wanna, here make this really lighter, and then very quickly I just wanna go and adjust and clean up these poses, right? I don't think I need to show you guys the overall process, as long as you guys understand the kind of line of action that you're looking for and everything, right? It is it is okay if it doesn't look super clean or anything, right? That's not the most important things, I would say, right? So now that more or less I'm kind of done with this first character, I want to move to the second one, and so again, the other things I want to really work on is the, again, overall line of action of the guys. Imagine the guys being kind of hidden here, and then the punches go in this direction, right? So I want to feel like really the energy of this guy really going this direction, right? I really want to feel that. And so again, I'm gonna make a very simple straight line, okay? And so what is really important is that the chest is all pushed in this direction, but the rest of the hip here is kind of, staying on this direction, right? We want to feel a bit more of the twist. And so I really want to also feel the neck being stretching, right? And I really want to feel like the head, being pushed here this direction because of the punch, right? Really want to feel it, the contrast, like different part of the body to respond in a different way, right? And so same things here, because of the punch is so powerful, the leg and everything kind of being dragged behind, right? Okay, it could be right here, and maybe this other leg could be, just gonna stay behind, right? And now that we have the shoulder here, very, very important shoulder, but again, it could be, this arm just being dragged behind, right? Boom. even the arm, the finger, right? And same things here, right? When I have this kind of hand, right? Pushing, holding behind. Okay, and all the finger in a very nice and dynamic pose. All right. So see, now you can really feel that the head is being pushed this way because it's been eaten in the face somewhere here, right? It's going this direction. And so, the everything, every other part of the body is kind of lacking behind, right? We do maybe when I'm gonna do 3D, maybe I'll just, maybe I'm gonna make this fist really maybe going forward, because obviously he should follow a little bit more this line, right? Following a bit this, I might adjust it even further, right? But for now, I'm thinking mostly about composition to make something that looks dynamic, and I'm confident that eventually, if I want, I can just take this character body and just rotate it a little bit, right? All right, now that we have this character really, now that we have the reference into our Maya scene, right, we can start to work on the actual posing, right? And very quickly, guys, as usual, I'm gonna start with the foot and overall line of action, right? Guys, that if you follow my channel and everything, it's all about the overall dynamic of the pose, right? So I want it to really feel dynamic, and I want this to be twisted this way, the pelvis following the alignment of the leg, right? And boom. And here the chest, we have to be always careful, obviously, because we don't want to break the line, all right? And so we need to be a bit careful about that. There is always extra stuff, extra controller that you want to be mindful, right? And sometimes just a little bit of adjustment of this, or overall just moving this one, so to adjust more the line of action. All right. Now other adjustment we can do them later. I'm not too worried. Then we can first of all close this the finger here, right? We don't want anything distracting. We want to make sure that this pose here feels, the fist here feels very attached, right? I want to really feel the compression here, right on the fist. Boom, right? Here we want to move the shoulder a little bit forward, right? We want to start to be mindful about how we adjust the spine and everything, right? Obviously, we want to go in perspective as well, not just in camera view. We want to make sure we are not breaking anything, right? Okay, here. And also here, adjusting a little bit the, okay, a little bit the line of action. We don't want the neck to be too big, right? And maybe again, started to discuss about it. Maybe I want to have this fist to go a little bit more forward, right? Okay. Yeah, we need to, find out what's the right posing, right? Those references are there to help us and everything, right? But at the same time, we need to readapt things when we go in 3D, right? For example, here I feel like I need really to push the feet. sorry, the shoulder really up. And here really inside. So you want to counterbalance this way, right? Okay, boom. Really powerful fist, a little bit bended. Okay. Okay, want to close the gap here. See, want to close the gap over here, and I want to start to adjust this part over here, right? Closing this a bit more. Okay, make it a bit more interesting. I'm not too worried for now about the face and everything. I know I can adjust it later, right? And so now that I've done with this one, more or less, I will obviously when it comes to those kind of stuff, guys, the things you want to keep in mind is that, you know, I work on this character, yes, then now I'm going to work on the second one, and there is a really good chance that I'm going to go and start to change things, right? When you're working a pose on two characters, at the end is always a balance between the two, right? And so there's a really good chance that you know, you do something here, then you post the other character, you want to adjust it and stuff like that, right? And so only for the sake of this tutorial, guys, I pose everything in FK here because again, I want to have really the overall line of action, right? And so as I said, I want to maybe the things really important because you see the body tend to facing this way, right? When two characters are facing each other, facing this way. But because of the heat, you know, that is really strong, has been hitting in the face with all the power, the chest, you really want to push him this direction. Boom. Right? And you, even though I don't like to have the neck so up, right? Okay, maybe a bit too much, a little bit less. You kind of want to boom, see going up, boom, pushing that way, right? And so obviously we're going here. You're gonna adjust the actually let me go here. Yeah, taking this controller. Opla. Right. Boom. Let me see how is this between these two, right? And then maybe this leg needs to be a bit further. Okay. And here again, maybe we can even twist it a bit more. Go back here. Started to adjust. So this part is always tricky, right? And again, here we want to make sure the line of action is clean and visible. Boom, right? You want to see, make sure the leg fall on this nice straight line here. And yes, we need to be careful here. It started to feel a bit too bendy. Okay, maybe you want to have a little bit straighter. And then you kind of want counter animate this one here and over here. Then there is this controller over here for the spine. Okay, yeah, a little of adjustment here. Now, the thing is you want to really push the shoulder forward, right? But I want to have this arm kind of behind, right? Boom. Then I can adjust the finger and everything. This one on the other side, I want it to be dragged behind. Something like this. Okay. And obviously need to be careful about the boom. See here when I started to say, okay, maybe this needs to be a bit higher. What about if I do this push? No, obviously we won't work in this specific case, right? Right? This could be push a little bit more forward like this, right? Yep, this one started to go up like here. And this one, just for the sake of silhouette, maybe you wanted to be a bit higher, right? Just be mindful about how too much to bend this one over here, right? Maybe you want to give a little bit more space between these two. Okay, and here maybe started to push this to make it those kind of awkward position. Right. First of all, opening up this one a bit more. Okay, boom. Right, and this one as well. Okay, boom. All right, this one you can push it a bit higher. Okay, closing it like this, so it feels really powerful. Here, maybe I want to adjust the position of the neck, make it feel a bit more dynamic. Okay. Okay, guys. Boom. Here we can twist it just for the sake of, um, adjusting those things. Okay. Boom. Maybe here I want to have it really straight, going behind. Okay. Right. Let me take and move this on the side just to see a little bit. Okay, so it definitely started to feel really strong and dynamic. Right, you can always, obviously, as I mentioned, guys, try and experiment a little bit, right? Especially with this character over here. Sometimes just for the sake, I want to give you advice, guys. Sometimes just for the sake of exploring different idea, I like to take the overall master controller and see, hey, what happened if I push? Obviously, the legs now are broken, right? But what happened if I suddenly tilted this more like this direction, right? It feels more dynamic like this. Same things with this one, right? Hey, what happened if I do boom, like pushing it this way towards camera, or really further away, or more forward? Like, sometimes the good thing sometimes when you have everything in FK, and you can really start it to play around and feel like, you know what, if I do this going in perspective, maybe it feels more dynamic, right? Stuff like that. And so those are things I really want to encourage you guys to explore a little bit. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, guys, as you can see at the end of it, I put a few facial expression, really simple, add a little bit of movement only for the sake of this tutorial, adjust a tiny bit the line of action and stuff like this, and overall just to make it a little bit more presentable. But so far for today's tutorial, I'm quite happy with the with the result, with what I wanted to teach you so far about the line of action, how to make things dynamic and connected between two characters. As usual, if you have any question, write it down in the comment, or else see you next tutorial. Okay, guys? Ciao.